Yesterday's loss was painful. It was painful because we felt we had come so far in New England, and we have. It was painful because it was such a great victory to see the legislature in Maine pass this, and it was. And it was painful because we knew that the anti-gay right wing would use all the same tactics against us in Maine that they had used against us in California, and they did. And of course it was painful because to think that in 2009, people who view themselves as good, fair, freedom-loving voters would vote to take away the rights of people that they didn't approve of, just because they don't like us, just because they think they're better than we are. And so the anti-gay right wing pulled out from their usual playbook all the usual tactics they use against the gay community. Misrepresentations, inaccuracies, exaggerations, outright lies. They focused on scare tactics to frighten voters into thinking that marriage equality would do harm to the institution of marriage, harm to schools and curriculums, harm to our children. So our opponents think now that they have won in Maine. But the reality is, as Lee said, they have only won the battle. They are not going to win the war. They are not going to win the war because of someone far wiser and smarter than me who said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. They're not going to win the war against us because their main weapons are deceit, exaggerations, fear, and lies. They're not going to win the war because we will not stop fighting for equality. They are not going to win the war because every day another neighbor, colleague, or fair-minded individual becomes yet another straight ally for equality. They're not going to win the war because every day young people who disproportionately support same-sex marriage become older, and they become voters. And they add to the numbers of voting supporters for marriage equality. And most importantly, they are not going to win the war because we are not going to go away. We are committed, all of us, to this fight for equality. We are committed, gay and straight, to end this form of legal discrimination. We are committed for ourselves, for our children, for our country, and for the future generations to come. So to all those who oppose same-sex marriage, listen carefully. The sound you heard in Maine yesterday was not the sound of victory for you. It was merely the sound of a temporary setback for us. One that we will fight to overcome, one that we will overcome. So look out, because we're coming back, and as Lee said, we're coming back again and again and again and again until marriage equality prevails in Maine and every other state in this nation. Listen closely, opponents of same-sex marriage. You cannot intimidate us because we are coming back. You cannot demoralize us. Why? Because we are coming back. You cannot frighten us. Why? Because we are coming back. You cannot out-organize us. Why? We are coming back. You cannot out-campaign us. Why? We are coming back. You cannot outlive us. Because why? We are coming back. And Lord knows you cannot out-talk us because we are coming back. You are destined to fail because we are coming back. Yesterday, we came close to winning. Next time we will win. Why? Because we are coming back. Thank you, everybody, for your